folks, and welcome back to Prison Architect. Last time we got our workshop up and running, we started trying to make some nicer cells for our, I was going to say guest or residents, but our prisoners, and we cleared out some stuff. We have a positive bank balance for the first time in forever, which is beautiful. And yeah, we got all of things going. So I'm pretty excited about where we're at. We have a lot to do to get all of the things going. Mainly, we also need to get all this built out. So I'm going to go in and finish out some of this work here and hope that it all fits. I don't want to go too crazy, so I'm just going to slowly expand those out. And I also want to extend this out more. So we'll do something like that, I think, and that should be fine. I can also go into walls and just demolish these walls, right? Nope. Dismantle. No, I want to demolish the walls. I don't want those walls there. Those walls are fine. I just don't want them there. We also still have a lingering concern over power, so we need to address that situation at some point here. That's going to be a situation that we'll solve at some point in the near future. Once we have all of that, hopefully we get this built out. At least we have some of these rooms are coming along here. And then once we have that stuff kind of figured out more intensely, we can address the other things that we have. We did put another gate down here last time. We also enclosed the entire prison in a fence system. We still need to put another gate somewhere up here and lock in this area with fencing. Oh no, we did this one here. So maybe I'll just go put that in real fast. And that's indoors for some reason. Doors. Gate. There it is. Bam. All right. And then I'm going to go to deployment. We're going to go to patrols. We're going to set a patrol right there. And then I can assign a guard to that spot. All right. So now we at least have double layer insulation, for lack of a better term. And we got all of that. Every time I see that, I keep thinking it says overcooked, which is not a word, but it makes me laugh every time I see it. So that's fun. And then let's go in here and we accidentally remove this wall. So we need to put that back in place. And foundationally, we still have this strange issue that we need to solve. And I'm not sure the best way to do said issue. So you see it's all blocked there. See, this is one of the problems. I'm not good at this game at all. Why do we have prisoners in these cells? These are not cells that are ready to be used yet. I don't understand. That prisoner cannot get out of that area. Game, you're making me mad. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. All right, let's see if we can do that. And then if this works, we can take these 1, 2, and essentially a third one here and condense it down into a smaller setup if we need to. I would like to explore that, but we have some stuff we need to do ahead of time before that happens. So dismantle that. That area is coming alive now. Cool. I guess I should put a door on. Oh, no, we got that area. Okay, cool. And then I need to go back and put in my concrete. What do you mean blocked? What are you blocked by? There's nothing there. Requires entrance. What are you talking about, game? Alright, I'm going to put a large jail door there because that's what I do. Then we'll put our concrete wall there. There. Oh, it's because they're opened up. Okay, I got it. I'm a dummy. There we go. All right. So we got those cells more or less squared away. We're spending a little bit of money, more than I'd like, but that's okay. We're going to go in. Why are we taking that? This game, man. All right. So we're going to go in. We need to go electrical. That's where I want it to be. In the big capacitors. Where's the big capacitors? Yeah, there's the big capacitors. I want some big capacitors. Because we're going to increase the power on that thing big time. And hopefully be able to address this area a little bit better here in the very near future. But utility-wise, we can go in. Pull that all the way across. Pull this area all the way across. And pull this area all the way across. So those are all what is actually hooked up to our network here, which I'm happy with. I'm considering removing this spot right here and more escapes. God help us. Just, I'm so tired of prisoners escaping my prison. right, guys, just lock that door open. My goodness. We found some big issues, though. Everybody's eating their food. How are they still getting out? We had 4 escapes today. Like, that's terrible. We're definitely going to need to invest in something else. I don't know what that something else is yet, because I want to increase our prisoner numbers to 100. If we do that, we can get another grant here. We have Cell Block C, which is going to pay us $30,000 total. We have the Carpentry Apprenticeship, which I guess I could start because it doesn't really matter. All I need to do is produce 10 beds, but we need to have people graduate that program, which hopefully will happen soon. Utility-wise here, we also need to deal with water. That one. This one. No, not big pipes. I want small pipes. That's going to go through all the way there. That's going to go through all the way there. That's going to go through all the way there. And then that one's going to go all the way through there. Because what we can do here is, because we don't need showers down here, we can just keep building more stuff. So there is space there. I'm hopeful that we can get 10-ish per side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're probably not going to get 10, more than 10 if we don't. We have to go down farther if we want to do that, but that might be worth it. Oh, and we do have great. We have tunnels. Any other tunnels? I don't see any more. I know we have room to take on more prisoners. Get off my back, game. I want to, like, you know, build all this stuff out. And hope and pray that everything's going to work the way that I want it to. Put our mosaic floor tiles in there. They're going to go all the way down there. Because what we're going to start doing is we're going to start shutting down this area here. And we don't have to have space between each of these wings. They can be totally separate wings. We can build that over. It's not a big deal. But we just need to have some time to go through and do all that stuff here. So hopefully we'll get all the utilities and all that stuff in place. Do we have the electricity yet? Yeah, like, why is... Oh, that guy's... Move it to there. Move this one to there. And then maybe, hopefully, some point we'll get done this. And then once we're done that part, we can try to build out the rest of the prison so people want to stop escaping us. They don't love us. And I want them to love us. I want them to just, like, be happy they came to our prison, not a different prison. All right, so we're going to go in here. I need to... I wish there was an indication of where they're escaping from. Like, how did you get outside? Like, why are any prisoners at all outside ever? So when we say staff only, like, this needs to be a staff only area. There should be no prisoners outside there. There should be no prisoners anywhere in these areas at all. Yeah, see, that guy tried to escape. That's what was happening with him. He tried to escape. Now he's unconscious. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but my goodness. All right, let's see if we can dismantle some of these things. Suppose we should plant some more groves here. So we're going to go into the quick builds and go to grove. 1, 2, 3. Get all of those in place. We're getting this area built out. Yep, you have a knife. That's bad news bears, bud. Can't do that. What are you doing, Mr. Bennett? All right, but we at least have income with the shop and all that stuff doing its thing. We're getting better cells here. And I want to slowly start just kind of dialing these areas back, like taking the rooms away from a lot of these. More escapes. Son of a... I'm very annoyed. And it's shocking how long this is taking to get all of this stuff built out. So we're minus money a day each day right now, and that's okay because we'll come back from it real soon. Let's see, we have lights, so I want to put a light at everybody's door, basically. Yep, that's the problem, dude. But hopefully we're getting closer. That's the goal. We just want to get closer to what we want to be. These guys should all be coming in, putting in stuff. We're going to do a tunnel search because you know there's going to be people trying to escape. What is that? What is that? Poison? Booze? Cigs? Okay. Poison's a little interesting. Like, that one I wasn't expecting. Alright, so let's go in here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have room for 2 more, and I think we can definitely do that in the space that we have. I just need to kind of build out how big this would be if we needed to do it. So, like, that's what we have. 9. So if I go in here... Oh, look at that. It's going to line up beautifully. I'm concerned it's going to take those walls away, but that's okay for right now. We'll put them back. But we're off to a better future here, because what this is going to do, we're going to kind of ripple down the lane. We're going to do this one, and I do want to shut all this down. This is where we've had the most escapes and most tunnels and stuff from. But I think it makes more sense to kind of build these back. So I want to move this, kind of shift all of that over so that we have those there. And then this one can shift over. And we may be able to squeeze in another block or so there. All right. So we got that done. We can go into our improved cells. So that would be 1 and 2. Oh man, I actually did something right for once in this freaking game. I think I finally got that part done properly. All right, so we got that stuff. Let's make sure and hope and pray that they are happy with our current situation here. And then we can start kind of trying to go a little bit more. I should look at bureaucracy as well and just see if there's anything that we need to have. Legal, what does that do? Unlocks a lawyer, can be hired staff toolbar, blah, blah, blah. Greater control over your prison. He needs an office. All right, so we have small cells. I don't care about that. Permanent punishments. That sounds terrible. Death row. Okay, we have all that stuff. The tax relief is also interesting because the tax rate down to just 15%, which is nice. But I also think we should maybe take a look at intelligence so that staff becomes better at what they're doing. Is there a way to do it? Unlocks the ability to recruit prisoners as confidential informant. Yes, we're going to spend money on that. Heck yeah. Little CI never hurt anybody except probably for the CI. But we're going to go and try that out and see what happens here. I just want to make sure in deployment, yeah, that area is all staff only. Okay. This whole area out here should also be only staff only. I don't want anybody out there, and we're going to get rid of this too. And then that can be... Yeah, now that's in the staff only area as well. Okay. So we have lots of this stuff here, which is worth so much money. It's kind of wild how much that stuff's worth. Hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit more with it here shortly. And then we're going to go to flooring, and I'm just going to quickly spend far too much money. No, I can't do that. It's $6,500 to do that. That's crazy. I can't, you know, if you've watched me play this game at all, you know I love to do unnecessary things, but I just can't do that. All right, so rooms. These are no longer going to be cells. So what I want to do is I'm now going to go in and we're going to dismantle all of these objects. And we're going to delete all of those walls. And we can just lock that door open. We found a tunnel, because why wouldn't we find a tunnel? And we even had an escape. Awesome. Just a banner day for our prison. As this guy's going through and sweeping rocks. Got another tunnel. Alright, I'm assuming I'm going to need to have a much bigger storage area. So I'm just going to go over to rooms here real fast. Storage. And we're going to make sure that area is filled up with it. Now, if I go in and try to do foundations through all of that, what does that look like? It's $8,300. Let's just try to do that, I think. Yeah. Let's do that. Well, first off, we need to get rid of all this too. So the rooms here, this is going away. We are going to dismantle all of these objects as well. This bad boy is sitting at 650. This one's also sitting at 650, but very different usages. All right, but we have lots of stuff here. So those new rooms shouldn't cost that much because we have toilets, lights, drains. We have all kinds of stuff that we don't need there. Just going to wait for them to clear all of that out. And what I do want to see real fast is if I do the improved cell, I guess I should have a little space because there's windows and I don't want them looking into each other's cells. But if I do that, or do I just keep... No. I think I can do 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we're still waiting on number 10. That's fine. This door is going to get disassembled as well because it needs to go over one spot, which is kind of stupid. I understand, but it's fine. And I'm going to need to bring in some new prisoners. So we're going to take 12. That will bring us closer back to our normal number there. It's also going to provide us some cash, which we desperately need because we are way low on cash because we only have 39 prisoners out of the 62 that we could theoretically fit. All right, so objects, or no, doors. We got a big door right there. Dot day. There we go. Prisoners are there. They're all getting changed into their prison stuff. Yay them. I'm actually glad I didn't build down there because these guys are having fun just doing their thing, searching that area. All right, then once this gets built out, all of these get finished up, then we can open up another part of this, I think. I just don't know why it's taking so long. Utility-wise, we have to take a look at all of that. I'm just going to dismantle all of these utilities going through here because they're completely unnecessary to what we're doing. Same with over here. And then we're going to put in some new water pipes. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. And boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Electrical wise, we just need to make sure that we put the ones that we have, or that we wanted to have there, back in place. Still haven't taken out some of these areas, it looks like. But I know that area is now toast because we don't have any power to do anything there. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize floors were quite that expensive. If I had known that or realized it or paid attention, I would not have spent that kind of money on the floors because if we look through this prison, there's a lot of money worth of floors down. Yeah, they're all $10 square foot, so like it doesn't really matter what the flooring type is. It's just that it costs a lot of money to put in nice fancy floors. Where do we get that big flow of cash from? Because we got a whole bunch of money. Oh, our exports were worth $4,000. Heck yes, that's what we're looking at, baby. So we got trees doing their thing. What's wrong with the yard here? Room requirements. Failed to be secured by a door. It's absolutely secured by a door. Oh, why is the yard that small? Did I screw that up entirely? Let me go back into rooms here. Yeah, I think I screwed that whole thing. Oh, you know what I did? When I put in the Grove area, it made it a empty room, which is when you go over into quick builds. See how it's that blue area? So yeah, it's an empty room. Okay, my bad. So I need to go back into rooms. And we need a yard. And that yard is just going to take up this area here. Now we have that problem solved. Okay. So we'll have another 12 prisoners tomorrow. Should be another influx of cash. There, see, like, look at that. The other income's why we have money. See, it's like almost $13,000. But that will get handled here real soon. Good, we're back online with some of this. Let's do a tunnel search real fast. Just to make sure that we don't have any problems. And I'm thinking I really want to do remote doors for a lot of other things here because we have lots of things we need to be concerned with. But once we get these next 12, that's going to bring us up to 60 prisoners. That should be fine for our next steps, I think. I hope, I pray. We'll find out, I guess. And we'll see how good of a job or bad of a job we do. But can we please build this faster? Like, please? Yeah, we can lock all these open for the time being. It doesn't really matter. These guys have their own individual showers. It's amazing. Our new prisoners are coming in, and they're going to give us lots of monies. There's this nice 3,600 bucks for that. Fantastic. Waiting on that one to get finished. There we go. All right, so we can build out the last of the cells that we have there. So quick builds. We're going to go with not solitary. We're going to go improved cell, and that's going to go right there. And once we get that built, then we can put on the other one that we have here. Although I need to build on a foundation. Otherwise, it's going to get really mad at us. Just look at all this stuff that we have. We have shower heads, toilets, lights. We have all kinds of stuff. Mainly lights. We have lots of lights. What if we go into our objects? What do we got here? 30 lights. 3 shower heads, 11 toilets. My goodness. Okay. But I'm trying to look at also the prisoner needs and just see if we got anything going up. All right, so exercise is fine. Like, they have places to exercise and do things. That should all be fine. And now I should be able to go into quick builds and do my improved cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This area is a problem. We'll fix that in a sec. And I definitely need to put remote doors on here. Let's just lock it open. It doesn't really matter. So we got our exports going on. We got all of this stuff happening. That's what we need. All right, so now I can dismantle a lot of this stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I'm going to try to do it in stages. I'm going to try to be smart about it. I'm not that smart, but I'm going to try to be. Why? What's going on? Why do we still not have all of this stuff hooked up? Then water-wise here, all the way up. That needs to go in place, and then it's going to come all the way down. Cool. So we absolutely are spending crazy amounts of money. Like a regular basic cell. Does it give us a cost anywhere of like what it costs to do that? I wish it did, but I don't see any costs stuff on there. So I don't really know what it costs when I build like a single room, what it actually costs for that single room. We're going to do another tunnel search because we have to. And look at that. We're superior beds. We do have people who have passed that class that we're now producing superior beds. They sell for crazy money. They require the plate, but also the wood, and not just like the logs, but the actual lumber. They get converted. We'll take a look and see if we can find that in the morning of examples of that. But that's a really big deal for us. This door can just be a staff door, I think. So once I dismantle that, I'm hoping, or do I do a remote door? Remote door is 500 bucks, staff door is 100 bucks, so that's a big difference. And then the remote door also requires the servo, which is over in utilities and wiring. And door servo is $200. That's actually not too bad. Alright, so we got that. You're doing your thing, using slightly more power now. You're doing your thing, not using much at all. And then doors, remote door, bam, Bam. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I just need to go to objects and lights because we should have a billion of them. And everybody's getting a light in their door entryway. Okay. I don't know if bad lighting also makes a difference at all in the prisons or not. I would assume it does. But I don't know. All right, but I feel really good about the conversions we've made so far. I know we're running low on cash, but we are making money each day, and the prison is slowly but surely coming along. Like, no. Prisoners are not allowed in that spot. Why would you as a security guard be like, you know what? I think you should be there. You saw it. He's just like, no, I'm gonna escape. All right, we need to gather up some cash again. But I am feeling so much better. Like, we are in a better spot. We're not making tons of money right now and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But we're in a better spot overall. So these guys are working free time. I don't know what job. Let's take a look at our programs to see which one they're doing right now. So that goes to 1 o'clock. What time is it? Okay, so they're in the workshop safety program right now. Doing their thing, making license plates. Heck yeah, baby. All that gets sent there. What I'm kind of tempted to do is build like a room over here for deliveries that goes right to the kitchen so we don't have to go real far because this is a lot. But we have all this other stuff that needs to go. We have new uniforms. We have mail. We have shop goods. There's all kinds of stuff that needs to get delivered here, which is a problem. Oh, crap. See, everybody's... I'm bad at this game. All right, so we're going to quick connect this to the door control system. I did that, right? Quick connect this to there. There we go. Okay. Now we can have all that stuff do what it's supposed to do. And hopefully it will be okay. All right. And I'm going to shut down intake right now. We're closed. We want to get this one established to make sure everything's working here, and then we can move on to the next steps. We only made one more bed, which we need to have many, many more. But you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cells, it looks like, that are potentially open. So we'll get that figured out, and then we'll do what we did to this block over here, and hopefully we go over to needs. Exercise is the only one that's still kind of up there. Family's up there a little bit, but we can deal with that. All right, let's go in here and for walls, we're going to demolish these walls, and I want to put new concrete walls in their place. Come on, come on, come on. There's 1 and 2. Okay. Do that quickly, please. I have no other task for you tonight other than to just build those walls real fast. But we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those. So we can get this whole row, and it looks like there's 2 free cells there over. And then we'll build those, and then we can get these guys over to that one and build out the rest of that. That's the plan, I think. All right, but to do all that, we need to have another foundation. So we'll do that. We'll add on a staff door, I guess. just so that we can easily do our stuff there. And the only thing I'm concerned about is our water utility is right next to these toilets, which means it's very easy for them to dig far and fast very easily. Oh, goodness. But our prison is slowly but surely moving along here. Yeah, I know hygiene goes crazy in the morning because everybody's asleep. That's fine. Not a big deal. Demolish these walls here. And I guess I'll leave that door for now. It will get dismantled here shortly, but we need to get the rest of this place built out first. Alright, so we got that one built. We're going to demolish this set of walls right there. And then that should allow us to go in and do the next step. So we're going to go to quick builds again. Improve cell. So 2 there. I'll just put my finger on the screen. Rotate, rotate. Say it's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. That's what I wanted. And we're just slowly trying to take away some of this area. I don't really care about this area. I just want this to work quickly and efficiently. And then room-wise, I'm just going to start removing these as being cells. So this whole area now is no longer anybody's home. And as soon as this guy leaves that cell, it's no longer going to be his home. We have other cells for our esteemed guests of our prison. All right, I think we're doing a decent job here. I like that we have the windows. I like that we have all that stuff. You can see that our prisoners are... We only have 9 prisoners with serious complaints, but 21 say they're well treated. Heck yeah. That's what we're looking for. One happy prisoners. What do we have left here? Shower head, lights, shower head, shower pillar. Not gonna be able to do anything with that. Can I just send it to the dump? Let's take a look down here. What do we got? Floodlight, cool. A tree, that's fun. Shower pillar, that's going to the dump. Oh yeah, we got lots of stuff we can still do here. You overdosed, had a fork on you, and then you also had booze or something. Good job, dude. So we have our water ones are going to come straight up there. And then this one's going to come straight up there. I need to just plan out my electrical stuff. So I don't want to take that out. Uh-oh. Whoa, see? That's the problem. I guarantee it's from this guy. One of these guys. See how far that tunnel is? Do we find any tunnels is the real question. Yeah, we did. Holy crap. Look at that. That was a lot of tunnel. Who are you? Okay, you're a workman. Okay. All right, so that's a problem. Because again, utilities are where they find, like, if they can get into one of these, they can escape real quick and real easy. All right, so I'm going to go in and I'm just going to dismantle all of the objects in this particular area. And then once all those are dismantled and put into storage, then we can go in, demolish the walls, and start putting in new stuff. Like so. Somehow we're still making money. I don't know what's going on. Oh, we did the workshop thing got done. I didn't notice that. But our workshop one was done. Grant-wise, we still have 3 more hidden ones. But we have the nutrition one that we need to do, which is kind of cruel. You do a single low quality, low variety thing for 2 days, and then 3 high quality, high quantity meals for 2 days. And you get paid $15,000. The tool cleanup one, you can just leave that going in all the time. It's a little hard. The investment one is weird. You get $5,000 off, and then at some point in the future, you get $16,000 back. This one, another same idea here, and then cell block C. Let's do the short-term investment. We have the money to burn on that. Pay money in an investment fund, which ultimately gives a reasonable return on your initial sum. Okay. We'll wait. Oh, we just gotta wait. See, it gives you a time frame. That's easy. We can do that. We're in no rush, my friends. All right. But we got that part solved. Let's go back into utilities and identify all of the messy water stuff that we need to deal with here. Dismantle that. This area is going to get stuff dismantled. I just need to go up to electrical and hold my finger over where it's at and dismantle everywhere from down below that. And then we're going to go up here and do the same thing. Can I just... Oh, I can just... Oh, no, I can't. Alright, so... There. Fantastic. Let's go back to electrical. And then we go over to dismantle. Look at me. I did that, I think, mostly right. I think that's the first time I could say that in this game, that I did something mostly right. Alright, room-wise, none of this is shower. We just want that area to be shower. And then we're going to go in. You see, if you don't put drains, it just floods everywhere. It even goes outside, apparently. I know we have lots of spare room. I'm okay with the spare room game. You don't just leave me be. I have an idea of what I'm doing here. We're going to go improve cells. Boom. 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 And boom. This door is even going to need to get dismantled because we need to move it over one. I don't like that we haven't fed all of our people right now. Hopefully we get up to... There we go. Okay. And they still are in eat or lockup. It's a slow burn, but we will get it done. Utility-wise, I definitely cut something there. That one right there. All right, so the bottom half of both these blocks are in trouble. But I like that we have the individual showers as opposed to the communal ones. It just makes... I think it helps with cleaning, but it also just... I don't know, it's a more efficient use of space. You can see that we didn't have to expand much, but I think we get a lot more out of it. We get happier prisoners, they have bigger cells with more stuff to do, and yeah, hopefully we'll get a whole lot less in the way of, you know, tunnels and people trying to escape and stuff, because that sucks. Let's do another tunnel search. Bam! There's another bed. Yay, us. We got another 55 hours on our short-term investment, giving us lots of the monies. All right. And what I may wind up doing is moving the water pump station over here, and then we can put the perimeter wall, and we don't have to worry about people digging out from that particular spot. Because that's been an obvious concern, and we need to address it at some point. This guy's still doing fine. This one, we're ever creeping up on power there. Do we have any warnings? Yeah, we're at 89%. So it's not a lot higher, but it is definitely higher. I wonder if these guys are a little jealous of all the new people, or the people who have the nicer rooms so far. But we're going to make sure we add lighting to all of them. Utilities. Why do we not have... Must have clicked on something wrong in that area. All right, and then let me go back to electrical. Okay, so there's no power there. We can go all the way down to that wall. All right. I can even go down one more. All right, so we're up to 82 cells. So we're not far off of having what we need to have or want to have. I do want to have a new solitary block somewhere, and I want to build more of this stuff out. But before we can do any of that, we need to, you know, do all the work with this. So we have the space. So why we have the space, let's do all of this. So those are no longer cells. Those are no longer showers. Well, then we can go into and dismantle all of the objects. There, and there. Then once we get those stored away and figured out, then we can go in and start demolishing the walls and building in the new, what are they? Not, they're not luxury, but whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. Whatever the higher quality dorms are. All right, so that's all there. Let's just get them to move it all across. And we're just going to demolish some walls. Ba-bam. And hopefully we've cut down massively on the escapees. We haven't anybody escape from up here in a while, which I'm slightly concerned about because it's getting close to that time where it's going to happen. And the prison's also starting to get a little grungy, so we need to fix that too. All right, quick build, improve cell. That's what the word was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, game froze there for a second. 8, 9. And then I'm going to wait. Requires entrance blocked. What are you talking about? No, it's not. All right, let's get that built out, and then once that's built, we'll remove the staff door and we'll do the next part. But if we take a look at our prisoners here, 4 prisoners have been on SIU search. That's the thing. Can't help that. And yeah, I'm really happy with where we're at though right now. These new cells are looking quite lovely, and we are moving forward. Well, folks, I think that's going to wrap us up here for today. Thank you as always for joining me. Let me know what I can do to improve my prison, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.